what's on the other side. There'll be peace and there'll be plenty. You'll never need to run when we go rolling home. When we go rolling home.
I took the farm over from my father when he died. He'd had it for 30 years. I've had it for 25 years. I was born in 1850, and my earliest memories were of working on the farm. Me and my brother used to go scaring the crows off the corn that had just been sown. I had 3 sisters. They were older than me, and they used to help our mother out in the dairy making the cheese and butter. They're all married off, of course. They married local farmers' sons. I've got a dozen nephews and nieces. I'm trying to remember all their names. One thing I do remember is the name of the first cart horses we had. I was about 10, and up till then we'd had oxen to do the heavy work. But a cart horse is stronger and quicker. They cost more to run, so to speak, but you can do more with an horse. I used to take them down fairly regular to the blacksmith in St Mary's to have their hooves shod. Blacksmith did everything. As well as horses, he made iron for cart wheels, hay forks, axe heads, pots, pans and knives for the kitchen. In fact, anything made of metal needed for the farm or the house, he could make it. My father had 4 men working for him. They all lived on the farm and always ate with us. They were treated as part of the family. At haymaking and harvest time, all the farmers pulled together. There would be teams of 9 men with scythes cutting grass for hay, and the same during harvest time, cutting the corn. Everybody who could carry a hay fork took part in the harvest and the haymaking. I remember as a boy being taught how to build a hayrick, how to drive a horse and cart, how to milk a cow. You had to be able to do everything. Didn't do schooling, except during the winter months when the vicar's wife gave us some lessons at the Sunday school. When it came to marriage, there wasn't a lot of choice. It was what your parents expected of you that mattered. I married one of the daughters of my father's neighbours who farmed next to us. We got 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. They all help out on the farm. The girls helped their mother with the milking, making the cheese and cream. And the boys helped out doing all the other work on the farm, alongside the 3 other men I employed. But things are different now. The boys are grown up. They can do more. So I let 2 of the other men go. Didn't need them. More of the work is mechanised now. We can borrow a grass mower, one that makes life a lot easier. We can get the work done quicker. A horse and mower does in half a day what it would take 9 men with scythes 3 days to do. I have to say that in my lifetime I've seen some changes. The railway came to Brixham. Didn't make a lot of difference to us out here, but the fishing boys did well out of it. They got their fish up to London. Got a better price for it. Mind you, we didn't get a very good price for our stuff. Back in the 80s, we had some bad years with the weather. We couldn't grow too much corn, and there was a lot of cheap wheat and beef being sent over from America. We survived, as did our neighbours. We did it by having to get rid of some of our workers. We couldn't afford to keep them. We helped each other out when we could, but those years were hard times. But the community pulled together. You see, we had a good vicar. The Reverend Carey, he came to us in 1861. I remember him coming. I was 11 years old at the time. He's been with us now for, well over 30 years. A lot of people living here. He's seen them come and go, he's christened them, he's married them, and he's buried quite a few of their family as well. He's well known in Cowtown. And there's Mrs. Jones who lives just up from St Mary's Square. If your wife is going to have a baby, well, Mrs. Jones is the one you want there to see things through. She's a sort of midwife. Not official like the doctor is, but she knows her stuff. And she's a damn sight cheaper than the doctor is. If you can't pay her in money, then she'll take cheese or cream, maybe vegetables out the garden. Or if you're good at carpentry, then perhaps a couple of shelves that need putting up. Of course, if you had a trade, you'd do all right, like the stonemason, the wheelwright, shop owners like the butcher and the baker. Then those with certain skills like needlewoman, bonnet makers, tailors, seamstresses and washwomen. They'd say they're more well-off people in the community. Now, things weren't easy, but as long as you had some sort of ability, you could earn a few shillings that, then you could get by. Quite a few of them went on the fishing boats that used to go across to Canada and Newfoundland and stayed there, starting a new life. But what a lot of local boys did, if they couldn't make a living down here, they went down to Plymouth, where they were building new docks for the Navy at Devonport. If it wasn't building docks, they went to, then it was building railways. There was a lot of railway building going on around Bristol Way, and the money was good. As a navvy, you could earn 3 times more a week than you could working on the farm. One place you didn't want to end up in was the workhouse. It was like going to prison. And even worse if you had a family. You'd all be separated. Fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters. You weren't allowed to see each other. You got a bed for the night, you were fed, but you had to work for it. Breaking stones or picking oakum, workhouse then sold on. You'd do anything rather than end up in the workhouse. If you died in the workhouse, your body would be taken by surgeons for dissection for medical knowledge. If you had a burial insurance, then your remains would be buried. If not, then they were disposed of.
While we poor weary labourers stride through the sleet and snow, our hopes fly up to glory, up where the larks do go. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. So, pass the bottle round, me boys, and let the toast go free. Here's a health to every labourer, wherever he may be. Fair wages now and ever, let's reap what we have sown. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling